Okay. Okay. So, how far have you gone through the code?
Yes.
You
Yes.
see, here I use different approach. The one that we were working on yesterday was a new approach I wanted to introduce. But this is what I've been using all this while. Most of my code, this is the old way of coding. Uh-huh. But it's very simple too. Very, very simple. So you can see the query.
Mm.
You can see the query. But when you look at the values, in certain values, we don't use the variable, but we rather use question mark. I don't know whether you have noticed it.
Oh, okay. I think
Uh-huh.
I used this approach in PHP one time.
You have
Yes,
used it before, eh?
yes, in PHP.
In PHP.
Yes, and
Oh,
it worked.
okay. And it worked.
Yes.
Oh, okay. 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 I've not used it in PHP before. I've, this is what I've been using in Java all the while. Like, Java can also be used for uh, web application. Like if you go to the XAMPP,
Mm.
so you can see, can you see the XAMPP interface?
Yes, please.
You can see Tomcat here, Tomcat. So if you want to run your Java web application, then you have to run this. So I used to use this intensively, but when it comes to hosting this one, I came across one particular problem in the Tomcat, using the Tomcat. And the problem was the post and then the get, post and get. If you are using the post, you you definitely run into some problem, a very unique problem that you cannot solve. So when I used PHP, I realized PHP was able to solve that problem. So I did not get, maybe there was an approach to that problem, but I didn't get it. I think that was the only unique problem. And then when it comes to the hosting to um, it's very difficult hosting Tomcat. Because when I was hosting my first Tomcat web application, I had a problem hosting it. So most of the hosting platform, when you go there, only see PHP, you will not see Tomcat. They'll run a PHP interface, the Tomcat will not be there. So I was getting frustrated and I stopped. But it was later that I realized, oh, there was some different approach to those problems, and I think, but the Tomcat for web application is used by some of the banks. Like I know Snappy Bank, Snappy Savings Loan is using that application, Servlet. When you look at the applications, you also have the Servlet. The Servlet is also um, an application that helps you to integrate other API. So it's a very good one. If you use Java for web application, very, very good. But I think for now, there have been some community platform where they've been able to provide some of these solutions to the problem. So you can still use it. You Okay. Now back to our code. As for this one, we grab it, so we're okay with it. And then this one too is very understandable. Like when you look at this question mark is for the first one, then the second one is for the second, this password here. And then when you come to this one, it's the prepared statement. The other one was statement. So we can compare the two. The other one was like this, statement, let's see, statement. And then the same connection is here, dot, create statement. So you can see the difference. This is prepared statement. It is statement. And then this is connection dot prepare statement. This is connection dot create statement. So here we can also put the query here. Okay, you can put it here like this. It will no this we rather put the execute query. This one we rather put the execute query. Okay, so when you have result rs dot, you can see this. So now you can say statement dot two dot execute statement, and then you put your query here. So you see result set. You see the difference?
Yeah.
But now when it comes to saving or inserting record, we have to use this one. But when it comes to deleting record, displaying record, like select from the table or select star from the table, then we have to use this one. And then if you want to update, you can use this, but it depends. If you want to use variables from or values from the controls, like this one, then we have to bear in mind that we use this process, these two lines for the inserting and then updating. Or if you take it, anytime you want to get data from the control to the database or to the table, then you have to use this one. But when you want to display records, you can use this one. And even deleting, if you want to delete, sometimes you can provide maybe the student ID on the control, or on the interface you have maybe enter index number. When you enter index number, you click delete. Then you also have to use this one. So it means inserting, updating, and deleting commands. You have to look at these lines of code. But query, then we have to look at this one. Okay. So that we have to notice, you can grab the concept quickly. Look at this, it's almost the same as this, but just that here you want to query using the resource set. So you definitely need the resource set to query, in other words, to move through the table and display result or rows or records. Okay, so let me run this one for us to see. This is one. You can see this is one. This is just the meaning. So it's one like this. Okay, and then this is two. So one comma user name. This username is the control here. You can see the control. This J text field. So this is what I have here. And then this one to the password, the same thing. So you get your text or your values from the username and password. That is the text box. And then you come to updating. So, this one, the statement here, this is it. Dot execute update. Execute update. So it is this one that will actually commit the transaction and then assign the number of rows committed. So if you enter one row, it's going to be 1 greater than 0. If it's not successful, then you are not going to see this. If it's successful, to give you a prompt or to show the record successfully saved. So record successfully saved. Okay, so let me run this one and let's see how it works. Okay, so when I'm done, do you have the code I posted on the WhatsApp?
Yeah, yeah.
It's so when I'm done showing this one, you also share your screen. I'll stop my screen, you share it, and then see whether you can run at your end.
Oh, it's running. It's running perfectly on my machine.
It's running, eh?
Yes, please.
Okay, okay. So I think if it's running, then I think so. The password, we don't have to show it like this. Record successfully saved. So let me check the database. What? Oh, okay.
Said it was.
Okay, I think Maxwell is somewhere. So let me tap the localhost. Localhost. So SDR. This is it. This is it. Okay. So what we have to do now is to write the code to delete. If you want to delete, how do we delete? So
okay.
This is then we have to create another, I put something across, the password characters. You don't have to see the password. It's supposed to be heading. So instead of this one, you have to use J, you have to separate this one, say J password.
J password field.
Yeah, J password. And then J password, this field, am I putting, I think this password field, yeah. So J password field. So that we have, let me run this one. So you can do you see this, you can do the correction so that this side, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we check in the database. You see? Yeah. Do you understand MD5?
Yes, I learned about it. I think you were the one who even draw my attention to it
Oh, okay.
during my yes, during my practical, my final practical.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes,
So
you drew
you
my
see the
attention to
okay,
MD5
so
encryption.
this one shouldn't be a plain text. When you look at
Okay.
one of my database project, let's say this one, I think I have it here. So it should be hidden. So we have to get the code to hide to implement the MD5 message digest. You see this? So you can see
Yeah.
the encrypted password. So you have to do the same thing. I don't know whether I should give it to you as assignment. Maybe you have to work on that. Okay. So the next one, we want to create delete button. So I'm going to add delete button here. Delete button. So you have to do the same thing at the top here. So we're going to btn delete user. Btn delete user is equal to new j button. So we put delete user. So we have to now say btn delete dot set bound. So set bound. So set bound, let's say x is 10, then y. So let's look at the last one here, 230. So it's going to be 230 plus 10. That is the interval plus the, yeah. So let's make it 240. And then the height, the weight of this one, let's make it 100, the height 80, or the height 50 for the text box. So when we finish, we have to add it to the container. So that is the object.add. So btn delete. Okay. So I think we are done with the creation of the button. So we come to our action perform. So inside this try here, we can also put if, you see, so you can see that we have if event. You know, yesterday I made it action event EX instead of a different object name. I put EX.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
we already have another exception, EX, another object here. So that was the conflict.
Ah, oh, okay.
So we could have made this maybe EXC or something.
Yes.
And then this one, but I think, and I didn't read through the message, the error messages. I
Error
was only
message.
looking at the down one. So yeah, so what we have to do is if this login is clicked, perform this. Else, so you can see the if statement, the blue one is here, you can even see it. Else, so else if event dot get action dot equals the button name is delete user. Then we have to perform the try catch here. Then this one catch exception. So I will say this one, the second one, is not to conflict. So I think I have another something here. This is supposed to be here. Because, so now you have to put the code here. In the try catch, you can put just like this one, the same thing here. But this time around, it's 2. This one is 2. And then we have the code here. So in the same concept here, but sometimes repeating the code like this one is gives a whole lot of problem. If I want to repeat this one here, it's going to be so. Sometimes it's good you create this one, the top here, but we will need these 2 lines in all the like if statement. So let's put it to top here. So that we have only this in the try catch, and then we can use these variables in this one. Okay, so as we've done here, the same thing, delete. So we are going to put it here. So the query is going to be string. Want to delete user. SQL delete user is equal to, so delete, let's see, delete from the table name is user try data. We are using try data. So try data where username is equal to, you see, question mark, where username is equal to question mark. So we have to now bring in prepared statement is equal to stm. Let's add the connection dot prepared statement, and then we put our SQL command here. That is the variable here. So now, what we have to do is to see stm2 where is the stm? Okay, it's rather d dot set string. So the parameter is 1, comma, and then we're going to get it from the username. You see, so when we type username, we can also delete. So that is the command here. So we use int row. Let's say this should be 2 because we already have row here. So if you don't change this one, you create problem. So stmgd dot. So what do we do? Execute update. So now we run it. So we say if row 2 greater than 0, that means it's successful. So now we just say J option pane dot show message dialog. So now, so say record successfully deleted. Show message dialog. Oh, God. So else can also say else here, mean that the message wasn't deleted. Then you can put and tie here, tie the line here for else side, else message failed to delete. So that is it. Okay, so let get one. Let's delete this one. So I'm going to use the command here, the username. So let's run it. Okay, so I'm going to paste this one here. And then, you see, we didn't check the X. We didn't check the X.
Yeah, yeah.
With respect to X. So that is why we have, so this X should rather be this X plus the weight, which is 110, plus interval 10, so 120. Let me save it, then run it again. So that is it. I think this one is just, okay, let's finish this one, then we can check. So ample, let's see. Okay, let's check the add, we've not done this one. Have you seen this? Add action listener. So we have to do the same to add, so btn delete dot add action listener. Then inside it, put this. So let's run it again. So I have ample. Today too is another. Okay, let me go up here. Unhandled exception, SQL, unresolved compilation problem. Unhandled exception, let's see. Oh, okay, you know this one. This one should be in a try catch. So,
okay.
So we can, I don't want to repeat the code. So let me see, try, so that we have one that will be used for all the if statement. So catch exception ex3. So system.out.println. So ex3. You can actually get the message sometimes if you want to look at the message you want.
You want it to true.
We want the message you want and get it. Okay, so let me run this again. Continue. Okay, so let me unpull. We're still having problem here. Okay, let's
I can see the connection. I can see the connection being underlined there. I don't know whether
uh the connection. This one.
yeah.
Uh,
No, it's in the code. If you scroll down a little bit, you see.
oh, okay, okay, like okay, okay. Yeah, it's not able to. Okay, so you what we do is I'm going to put this one because it's giving me problem. I wanted it to be like a global something. Okay, let let's put it this way. I'm going to do it a way that you can actually get so mean that this one you have to like this. You have to repeat. You see. So you let work it this way, and then later create a global variable for it. So let me go to my database. I and go and copy, come and paste it here. So delete. So record successfully deleted. So let's go and check if, okay, so we have deleted the record. Let me delete NX2, NX. Okay, successfully deleted. So yeah, so right now it's working perfectly. And let's go to, yeah. So I was looking at some of like this one, you can make it global so that you don't repeat, even though it's working, but the normal this thing you have to. Okay, so it is now global. So, and I don't want this repetition, repeating this code here. So I think we can put it in the constructor so that it will be initialized. Let me try this one. Even though it's working, but that's not the proper way. You shouldn't repeat the code, the same code for all. If you have about 50 if else statement, it means that you're going to repeat almost in all the if else statement. So you see catch. Uh, so so connection, let me exception connection. So you can say system.out.print ln. So I have this global here is part of the constructor. Then so right now, okay, so I don't have it. I have to clear from here. Let me run it and see. So let okay, so let's go to the database and check the one available. I have matter. Let me delete matter from here. So go to our code. So yeah, record successfully deleted. So let's check deleted. Yeah, so the right way to ensure you don't duplicate code. Right now, I think everything is successful when it comes to deleting record. So now we can view or we can display record, we can insert record, we can delete. Then the updating record. So how can we update record? Okay, so what we can do is to create one text box that, okay, is like create one button to view, one button to view. So